basically head deep in the book, you know. He's focusing on that book, trying to find something to, you know, help them out. Sean is probably trying to delegate everything and, you know, tell people what to do. We need to board up windows and, you know.
You know, the one thing we haven't done yet is actually, because we're just going straight attacking, possession attack.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done anything where the mind games. They love to play mind games.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, true. And the Deadites would probably try to get a upper
Well, we kind of did that with the whole taking advantage of the personal past.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the little girl, though. I mean, she would probably actually be the next target to try to possess, given that she is the little sister of what? Sean?
Yeah.
Well, she also has the weakest mind. She doesn't really know exactly what's going on, right?
So right. She would probably be the next one for possession.
Well, yeah, because I think Frankenstein would get rid of Horace before Horace did anything
and
to
you
Sean.
know what, too? If she gets possessed, I don't know what would happen with Frankenstein. Like, what he would do.
That would
probably
be that would be the fourth possession right there.
Yeah.
I think Frankenstein can easily take care of Emily, Eugene, Horace.
Right.
And then you still got Frankenstein, the little sister, Sean, and creepy German guy going on. And the next possession would be the little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the one that's going to throw the you know, the whole entire thing gets screwed up. Because, I mean, honestly, Frankenstein could just lose it if he's so attached to that little girl.
Yeah.
He actually might cause the next death.
Yeah.
To bring the I forgot the name of the main Deadite. What's the demon called?
I forget the name that they used.
Cthulhu. It's not that.
But yeah, so Cameron,
you're such an awesome dude.
But yeah, okay, so
the little girl,
the sister is now possessed. We'll say
probably trying to take or trick Sean into.
Yeah, but at this point,
like maybe she would be like whispering like oh, I think creepy German guy is possessed, you know, this and this, and
now this is where the major mind games come.
Yeah,
in,
and maybe even tell like Frankie like oh, Frankie, like creepy German guy attacked me, get him, and then Frankie's like bogus, boom, goes after creepy German guy.
That's exactly what would happen too. Because Frankenstein's not really fond of adults too much.
Right.
Because he protects the kids, not the adults.
Right. So he'd probably already be kind of like, I don't know if I like you.
Yeah.
And so the first thing he hears, you know, from like the little girl saying like, oh yeah, you know, wreck this guy. He's like, okay, cool. I wanted to anyways.
Yeah.
So that's now the fourth death.
Yeah.
And then the book is vulnerable as then too, right? So they don't know what they're going to be doing to these to even stop anything that's going on.
Yeah. So now Sean would probably realize, okay, my sister just told Frankie to kill creepy German guy when he obviously didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So he would realize like, hey, she's possessed. So now it's a battle of trying to persuade Frankie. You know, Sean is trying to tell Frankie, like, Frankie, no, like, she's possessed. And she's probably saying, no, he's possessed.
That is true.
I would give him a 40% chance that Frankie would listen to him if Frankie is so attached to Emily.
I'd give it even lower.
20, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say lower.
At best, 20.
Okay, so it's basically come down to this at this moment to see where it's going to go to. Let's go ahead and get that roll on.
Yeah, so...
21.
Oh, missed it.
It was close, but so Frankie kills, you know, Sean. That's 5 deaths now. The demon is now resurrected, but now it's Frankie and the demon.
Yeah.
So can Frankie go toe to toe with the demon? And also too, I think the demon. What body would the demon come back as? Would it come back as Sean? Would it come back as Eugene?
Emily's, or the little girl.
It would come back as the little girl.
That was the last possession.
Yeah, it's true.
Now would...
Oh, yeah. Because she was already possessed of the little girl. She was still possessed at the end.
So it would come down, would Frankenstein monster attack her?
Would...
And he probably wouldn't.
No.
He probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
So now you got 2 powerhouses running around the world just wrecking house.
Yeah.
and that is game over.
Well, I don't think Frankenstein would go with her. I think
No.
He might just sit there and cry.
Yeah, he might just like hang out in the cabin with like a teddy bear and be like,
Do you guys want to give it a small % chance that he might realize that this might not be a good idea?
No,
no.
because I don't think he would. Because he's attached to that little girl.
Deadites win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deadites win.
Monster Squad was not prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to give a kids movie to a gore house movie.
Well, honestly,
so.
I think the Monster Squad would have done better against the original Deadites.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because the original Deadites and Evil Dead 2, all you had to do to get rid of them was read an incantation from the book. Then a portal would open up to medieval times and send all the evil there.
And in this route, you actually have to do a lot just to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And also, too, what kind of like hurt Sean is the fact that he grew up watching the original Evil Dead, and we're using the modern Evil Dead, which doesn't exist to him yet. So,
Yep. Man, you know what? Even if Frankenstein figures out like, hey, I should probably burn her. I don't think he's gonna burn her. Just
because he's Frankenstein's monster. He doesn't like fire in the first place.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play with fire himself.
Fire bad. So,
now this is the Peter Boyle Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein.
God.
That would be awesome because we'll get a musical in the middle of this.
Yeah. Okay, so with this podcast ending, what do you guys want to do for the next podcast? I was thinking of a 4-way kind of like battle royale of DC villains.
I am way down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would actually think I'm going to use Solomon Grundy for my fight. Who are you going to use, Gilbert?
It would have to go with Deathstroke, the Terminator. He's
JP?
awesome.
I was gonna go with Captain Cold.
Captain Cold. Nice.
I applaud you.
Very nice.
I love it.
And let's see here, Zach. If Joseph's not feeling good again, and you come back for the next podcast, what DC villain would you pick?
That's a tough one.
Oh, okay.
Unprepared for that currently.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see here. I think we'll spend that podcast just talking about DC Comics, DC characters. We'll probably talk a little bit about the Iron Man 3 movie since that comes out next week.
Yep.
Yeah, we're definitely do a review on that.
Yeah, and we'll do speculations on the Man of Steel Superman movie and maybe talk about ideas for Justice League movie.
Yeah, actually, I got some new information on that Justice League movie, but we'll talk about that one in the next podcast.
Awesome.
Because it's still some ways away, so.
Sweet. All right. Sounds good. And everyone listening, have a good night, and that's a podcast.